Hey there, Necro fans. How's it going out there? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. You know what I like to see under my Christmas tree? Hose, hose, hose. Well, hope everyone's doing good out there. I personally don't like to wrap it up, but here's the boys' wrap-up show for 2020. Take care, everybody.
Coming in January, from the illustrious group that brought you the sick and twisted world of Necronomipod, comes a new vision in biblical studies, Bible Babble, with your pal Dave. Never before has a show so unnecessary and so utterly ridiculous been requested by so many people. You want torture? Yeah, we've got that. How about some donkey cock and biblical bukkake? Yep, we've got that too. Horrific biblical tales, Christian conman corner, interviews, even speaking in tongues. Shamalama ding dong. Bible Babble has it all. Bible Babble with your pal Dave. Available exclusively in January to Necronomipod patrons. Visit patreon.com/Necronomipod for more info. Have you studied your Bible today?
We've spent all year discussing true crime, abductions, the macabre, and everything dark. It's time to have some fun. So today, we pop a top and shoot the shit. We'll answer some listener questions, answer some questions of our own, discuss inappropriate things, and drink a whole bunch of alcohol. Oh yeah, we also have some fuck, marry, kills. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. If you like serial killers, conspiracy theories, alien abductions, or paranormal activity, stick around. Or don't. Tonight, we're going to have none of that. This is Necronomipod.
They've been waiting a whole week. Controversy has been running amok. Dave, make some sense out of this.
So to start out tonight, I have an announcement. We are going to be starting the year 2021 in the year of our Lord with a 3-part series on the West Memphis 3. We did not come to this decision easily, but the cheating scandal that we've uncovered led us to take extraordinary measures to counteract the chicanery that took place on our polling site at Necronomipod.com. People were just rigging the vote, Mike and Ian, and we just had to do this. And
it was getting a little absurd.
It was, double the amount of listeners we had voted for either Casey or
Israel
Keys.
In all fairness, we did not stipulate that you only could vote once. We wanted it to be that way, but people figured it out. But at the same time, I feel like systems were rigged so that multiple votes were going in at one time from various sources using outside interference.
Somebody wrote a bot script to hit the site every 2 seconds and vote.
It was probably Putin, obviously.
Obviously.
He wanted to say. So we thought about it. We thought what we wanted to do. We decided, and actually, Ian, why don't you speak a little bit to this because you came up with the idea because you're still going to get all 4 topics. But Ian, talk about a little bit what you decided and what we decided to come up with then.
So I started going down the West Memphis 3 rabbit hole a bit just on my own since I didn't have any outlines to work on recently. You know, I'm all caught up. And I was watching a bunch of stuff and reading things. And so I started throwing the idea out to you guys, like maybe we should do West Memphis 3 since everyone just fucking cheated and we'll just do whatever we want to do. But then
which is something like that. West Memphis 3 is the topic I've wanted to do for months.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting, especially when you get into like the people that still think that they're guilty. It's a really
wow. He's already throwing bombs. And for the record, I just want to be clear. I did not vote one time in the poll. I did not vote a single time. I was leaving it 100% up to listeners.
I voted every time. I just logged in real quick to see what the vote was. In order to fast track that, I voted for West Memphis 3 just to get to the results page.
Okay.
But clearly it had no impact.
Well, clearly it did not. So go ahead, Ian. You were looking up West Memphis 3.
But then I started thinking that we should give people at least one of the two that they really wanted, either Casey or Israel Keys. And I thought it's kind of interesting to do West Memphis 3 and Casey Anthony back to back, because it's two complete polar opposite sides of the justice system. So that's what we're going to do.
And by that, you mean, Ian, in your opinion, innocent people being incarcerated and guilty people being let go free.
Right. And just the system completely fucking up.
So the first two topics we'll cover in 2021 will be West Memphis 3 and Casey Anthony. And I think that'll get us through January.
It's a great start to 2021.
It's a fucking huge start. We're giving a lot there. That's two mega topics.
West Memphis 3 will easily be 3 parts.
Easily. You say easily.
3 parts. Yeah.
And Casey Anthony will easily be 3 comes in one episode. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine?
Just gives us an extra couple weeks to get her in studio for the recording.
You're still working on that, right?
I'm trying.
All right.
I hear Casey has COVID, though. Yeah, she's quarantining. She can't come up here.
I just want you to put 2 and 2 together. I'm sweet on Casey. She just got COVID. I had COVID. You do the math, Dave. You do the math.
Did you give it to her while you were giving it to her?
I tried to tell her to stay away.
She couldn't, though,
I
right?
have to have it. Okay, well, tested positive. Sorry, not my problem. Anyways.
She must not have very good friends, because whoever leaked her text messages to the media
seriously
about her talking shit about that COVID's just like the flu. Mm-hmm. Went out bar hopping anyways.
Yeah. So
no surprises there.
Yeah, no, probably not. As we'll get into here in a couple weeks now, we'll be talking about Casey Anthony. She got the most votes at the time we stopped it. So I think we're at least going to honor that, but it's going to be delayed because of the obvious fraudulent elections that took place.
So you don't want to give the fans what they asked for?
Well, I don't know what the clear majority of fans want. Understood,
Mike. Understood.
Also,
we know what the vast majority of hosts of this podcast want.
Well, do we though? If I had to pick one of those 4 topics at the get-go, I would have picked West Memphis 3. In the interest of all fairness.
I have to say I would have as well. Yeah, so
I did not vote for them one time.
People were voting for Casey, though, to appease you and I.
Yes. And thank you for that.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be a fucking fun show. But at the same time, like, I've just wanted to look into, because I don't do my research, obviously. I wait for Ian to tell me, and I've wanted to know the West Memphis 3 story forever.
Sure.
And, he's already, chalked out 3 parts for it. I can't wait.
And I'm also looking forward to discussing the miscarriage of justice that was an innocent girl like Casey Anthony being wrongly accused of a heinous crime and forever tainted with the suspicion of the general public.
Oh, I can't wait for those social media attacks. That's going to be a fun week for old Mike. And also,
you might get more attacks with the West Memphis 3 thing. That's
but
got a pretty strong following of people that think that they're guilty.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And I, honest to God, do not know a single thing about the story. I know nothing.
Well, that's good.
Per usual. So I want to hear it. And I think we'll do it like Jean Benet last year. I'm going to wait till the end of the 3rd part and we'll give our final thoughts.
Yeah.
Although Ian's already kind of teased what his thought is. But I think that's how we'll do it. And then for the people who voted for Israel Keys, and, we're going to cover him probably in the first half of 2021. And then also Leonard Lake and Charles Eng, we're going to get to them as well. We're not, we didn't just throw them up as teasers this year. We actually planned to cover all of them. It was just a matter of who was going to be first. And then you fuckers cheated and ruined it for everyone. So
some might say, why? Why call the fans cheaters, Mike?
Well, because they are. I mean, did Casey Anthony not jump up like 2,000 votes in one night?
It was actually 5,000.
It was quite a lot.
Get the fuck out of here. If people downloaded our show the way they voted, we'd be fucking at the top of iTunes.
That's true.
You know, if they had that much dedication.
Don't let a few bad apples spoil the whole bunch, though.
Well, either way, I appreciate their enthusiasm. I just wish there was a better way we could have done the voting, the poll. And we could have, but we didn't want to spend that much money on the poll. So we didn't and hoped they wouldn't figure it out. And then they did.
Cheap motherfuckers.
Anyways, we're going to give you guys all the episodes. And we understand, you know, honest to God, based on what I've seen in people requesting, I think Israel Keys is the most highly requested topic. Casey Anthony probably second. But the way those votes were going, like, it was just insane.
It was not sustainable.
It was not. So anyways, that's the plan for January. It'll probably be a 3-part series on West Memphis 3, and then and then we'll follow that up with Casey Anthony to do Ian's little series on justice and injustice and how it works in the courtroom. So I think that'll be fun. It'll be good. And we'll do it justice. We will do it justice, unlike the courts.
Right.
All right. Hey, this was a great 2020. We'll see you guys next year. Bye.
Year-end wrap-up. See ya.
All right. We'll go to... I'm going to go off the top. So look, this is how this show's going to go. We're just going to shoot the shit. If people don't want to hear us shooting the shit, I understand that. This episode's not for you. Skip it. Move on to next week. If you like to hear us just get drunk and shoot the shit, this episode might be for you. We're going to have some fun.
Can we talk a little bit about how we come to the year-end wrap-up show and that Ian and Dave thought it would be okay to take a few weeks off at the end of the year, and Mike is adamantly against it because he wants to supply the fans with a show every single week.
I don't even think it's about wanting to supply the fans with it. I think it's just the fact that he can't look at the timeline of like the iTunes episode list and see a day that doesn't have the episode in the right spot.
Yeah, so come hell or high water, there's going to be a fucking episode. So
actually, if I'm going to be 100% honest, Dave is correct. Ian, I don't even look at our iTunes feed. So what the fuck are you talking about? I don't even look at our shit. I don't like that podcasts take weeks off. I like the holidays. I don't like that. This is an easy gig. It's easy for me to say that.
What kind
also.
of capitalist utopia do you live in that people don't get a fucking couple weeks off, man?
Look, I think we've worked out a system where we get a couple weeks off. But here's my thing. And we can even talk about what's going to be released the first week. We'll get to that in a second. So last year, I think we had the debate about whether or not we just take the holidays off and have no shows drop for a couple weeks. I didn't like that so much.
Oh, we know.
We worked out a little situation where, but obviously, like, it's easy for Dave and I to say, because we just fucking show up, get drunk, and Ian supplies us with outlines. Ian deserves a break. He deserves some time off. If anyone deserves it, it's him. He busts his ass on all this. Every week, we put out a show. Plus the bonus episodes we do on Patreon, patreon.com/Necronomipod. So we worked out that the last show of the year would be like this bullshit session. And I kind of took the reins of that, just getting questions or whatever. He doesn't have to do any research. And then the first show of the new year, we release a Patreon episode to the public to show them a little sample of what they're missing. So those of you that are not patrons, next week, the first show of 2021, it's going to be a release of the Black Eyed Children, which we did on Patreon last year, which was a fucking awesome episode. Real creepy. So we decided to do that. And that's essentially 2 weeks off from Ian from having to do research. We give ourselves a week off with releasing a Patreon episode. We let the fans vote for the first topic of the new year till they ruin that. And then starting January 10th, we'll give them West Memphis 3 and we'll move on. And I like it because they're getting something every week or every Sunday. They got that download. We're putting in time, boys. We're putting in the time.
Everything is good with the world, Mike. We get you. We know.
I like it. I'm not a fan of the weeks off.
Okay.
How can you take a week off from like the easiest, most fun job in the world? Again, I say easiest. I say easiest coming from my standpoint. I don't do jack shit. I fully understand that. Ian does a lot of research.
I was under the impression that it was more about the fact that just missing one like almost an OCD thing. You couldn't handle that.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. Don't let him lie to you.
Well, but I don't know. What do you mean by that, though? What do we mean by that, though? Like missing one?
Like that there's just 1 week off out of the whole year.
Well, okay, so what I was...
just isn't an app.
Yeah, it's
I feel like the original debate was that we just wouldn't have one at all. We would just completely skip posting.
And Mike's like, whoa, what?
Yes.
What?
So here's the thought on that. I don't think it was as much of an OCD thing as we've had like the streak going of just putting out an episode every week. Why can we not just keep that going?
Exactly. Point made, Ian. Point made.
That's OCD. Is that OCD?
Yeah, I think a little bit.
But it's not about like looking at a timeline. It's just about like we have this streak going, like the Undertaker's WrestleMania. It's the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. If we end that, we have now not put out an episode.
Yep.
Right. I don't see that as OCD.
Well, we do.
All right. Well, there won't be a show next week because Ian and Dave say there won't be. So put it on them. I'm trying to give you guys content every week.
I'm trying to go to the beach for a week, man. Fucking chill out.
Please, we could do a show from the beach. I would love to do a show with you blasted on the beach. Just giving your opinion every 10 minutes. We have, since January of 2019, we have had a new episode drop on iTunes.
Here we go, defending himself again. We already covered. He's still going on and on about it.
I just want to make a point. It's been now 2 years.
There we go.
2 years.
2 years. Yeah, we know.
You guys want vacations over here. I just can't approve it.
I had my chance for a vacation with these 2 weeks off, and I decided to spend it all on West Memphis 3.
That's true. You've been doing fucking weeks of,
That's a good
research.
point, too.
It's in all fairness, this isn't Heim Offering. He would literally be doing this in his free time. So this is
true.
like, it's not, Dave's just trying to get to a beach. All right. We got a bunch of questions people have submitted. Some I've come up with. All kinds of good stuff.
Is this all fan stuff tonight, Mike?
Nah.
What are you doing here?
It's half and half.
Okay.
Half and
stuff
half.
You came up with yourself?
Yeah, but a lot of it was just based on people asking us questions in the past. So, I keep a running list of questions because I use them for the intros to our show topics sometimes.
Yeah. I like your year-end show outlines. They were good. It was good last year.
So, well, we'll see. This one might suck a donkey dick.
Probably will, but I could be sleeping right now because it should have been a week off. But let's kick this off.
You could be, but we're having so much fun. It's like Christmas time, man.
Bell Snickle's going to walk in the room any second now.
We're not children. He's not going to whip me. People don't know that, but Bell Snickle, as talked about on this past week's bonus show on Patreon, The Dark Side of Santa. That's available for only $5 a month. All right, so let's get to the ones that people ask about the most. First and foremost, how old are each of us? Because we get asked this all the time, and I know we joke about Dave, but let's just let's set the record straight right now. Dave, you just had a birthday this past Christmas Eve. Are you okay with giving your age?
Dave is 49 this year.
49. Looks like he's 29.
He does not. He does not feel like he's 29. He does not look like he's 29. That is completely false.
I was being nice, man. Ian?
I am 33.
And I am 34. I'll be 35 next month.
That's great. Yeah,
Okay, there we are.
It's awesome.
Hey, people wanted to know. The other question.
What's your birthday, Mike? I'm right behind, or
I'm January 7th.
yeah, and I'm January 21st.
Yep. So we're almost a year apart, Ian, you and I.
Yeah.
And then we're 2 decades apart from Dave.
Yeah, something like that.
Not quite. Hey.
I'm fine with my age. I don't give
You
a
should
fuck.
be. Fuck me for making fun of it. All right. The other thing people want to know, they ask us all the time. We answered it last year. They want to know how we've all met.
In federal prison on child porn charges.
We got busted for just researching the JonBenet Ramsey case, and we all got fucking locked up for it.
Or JonBenet aficionados.
So, I don't know. Who wants to explain this one? How do we all meet?
Well, you guys met before you met me, so you guys can explain that, and I'll explain how I met you guys.
Well, Mike moved in next door to me.
That's right. And then you moved away.
And then
You're like,
I left town.
Fuck
I'm
this
like, this guy's
NASCAR
a fucking
fan.
asshole. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
So Dave, we live next to each other. And we were friendly and got along fine. But just before they moved away, we started to get along a little more and like hanging out more and drinking and having a good time. And then they moved to a different city. And we kept in touch, but, you know, not a ton. We were just kind of friends. In the meantime, while Dave was gone, into my neighborhood, Ian moved, and he lived behind our friends at Just Brew Coffee, Jared and Christy. So I went over to Jared and Christy's house one night. And again, this is when Dave now was out of town. I go over to Jared and Christy's one night, and they're like, oh, you got to meet this guy. He just moved in. Like, he lives behind us. He's a big wrestling and UFC fan. He's not a NASCAR fan.
He gets a big boner when Shawn Michaels tights come up in the discussion.
That was discovered later, Pally.
Yeah, that's kind of how it went with when I first started talking to Jared. Is we were out at my back fence talking, and I don't even know why I brought up wrestling to him, but he was like, oh, there's this guy down the road here that has like replica wrestling belts and stuff. He's like, you would get along with him real well.
Ian's like, hey, Jared, so which tights do you think Shawn Michaels' package looked the best in? Jared's like, well, I personally don't give a fuck about that, but you should meet Mike down the street because he would love to have this discussion with you.
So then we're at this party, and they introduce Ian and I, and we fucking, you know, Ian talks about how he likes to be a homebody and doesn't like to talk to people. Well, we sure got along real well, real quick, talking about fucking Conor McGregor and Brock Lesnar and UFC and wrestling, and hit it off and became good drinking buddies from there. In the meantime, you know, Ian and I are hanging out watching, you know, fights and boxing and wrestling and just, you know, drinking beers and having a good time. Dave moves back to our hometown, and I introduce, I think, Dave and Ian. I don't remember when you guys actually met. I don't know if you guys do.
I think
UFC at your place, Mike, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Who was fighting
And
Dave?
then there was one night that we had a party here.
Oh, that was one of those chael fights, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Dave rolled in super fucking smashed and was swearing up a storm and stuff.
That's true. That's a true story.
Yeah.
That happens.
I think that was like my first time actually hanging out with you, Dave.
There you go.
were fucking lit.
That'll happen.
You guys were playing poker.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So then that's
And
how
then
we
it
all
just went on from there.
met. And then at that point, Ian, you were supposed to do a podcast, I think, with like your sister-in-law, right?
Correct.
And then that kind of fell through, and you were like, you would just ask like a group of us, like, hey, anyone want to do a podcast with me? And I think all of us were a little hesitant. And then you were like, you know, just drink some beer and I'll tell you stories. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll drink some beer and you can just talk to me. And so,
I mean, but at that point too, we were already hanging out almost every Saturday.
pretty much. I mean, that's exactly that. Yeah.
Like we would get together at least once a week, regardless,
And
whether it be
like,
on a Thursday or a Saturday.
Masturbate watching old wrestling Shawn Michaels.
The Shawn Michaels still did not come into it, Dave. That was a newfound glory we just had. Leave that be, please.
The first night me and Mike recorded our test episode before you even joined, Dave, we did it, and then we went upstairs and watched wrestling the rest of the night and drank beer together.
That's exactly what we did.
Right.
That's probably what we did beforehand and then after. It was glorious. And then we listened to the show, and it was just not good. Not the best probably of work. So then we knew we needed a third, and Dave was on the fence about it, but Dave didn't. You just initially said you didn't like the sound of your voice.
Yeah, and then I listened to you guys' test episode. I'm like, all right, I better get in on this. I hope these guys write the path.
He was like, oh, this is money. I need to get in on this on the ground floor because this is going to be gold. And then Dave jumped in. We recorded a couple, test episodes and then went live.
Boom.
That was it.
That's it.
Yeah.
We all still live now in the same town. Not so much in walking distance anymore, but, we make it work. So that's how we all met. I had that written down somewhere, and I don't know where I wrote it.
You had what written down?
That question. I'm just keeping a list over here. Marking things off. Hey, here's a question for you guys. Your toilet paper rolls, over or under?
Over.
Whatever. Either way is fine.
No preference.
No, I don't care. It's a difference.
If it's under, I can't handle that.
I agree, Ian.
Who cares?
Because you can't see where you're ripping from.
Really?
It just looks sloppy. You got to be over.
Okay.
Dave has no preference on
No
the
preference.
TP. All right. Fuck, did I have that marked off at? All right, let's throw it to a more show-oriented one. We've been talking for, 25 minutes or so?
Yeah,
20
absolutely.
minutes?
Sure.
Show-oriented.
Doesn't seem like it, right?
I think I might have given you guys the heads up on this ahead of time. Which serial killer, not necessarily one we've covered, could have most easily been steered away from a life of murder had someone intervened prior to their first killing? Did that question make sense?
It did.
Ian, did that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a couple different answers on this one, but I think I'm going to go with Ed Kemper because, like, if somebody would have righted that guy and put him on the right path, like, he could have went to Harvard and been,
A genius. Just
a leader of industry or gone to MIT. And the guy's brilliant. He just, something was miswired in his head. And I feel like maybe.
But the question was, could have most easily have been steered away from a life of crime? Do you think he could have been the most?
I don't know. I mean, easy. That's.
I understand. It's a tough question. There's no right or wrong.
I mean, Richard Chase is my other one because that guy was clearly paranoid schizophrenic, and maybe with some mental health, he could have.
Someone could have stepped in
Someone could have stepped in, or at least locked him up for the rest of his life,
or put him, in a.
They just kept letting him go.
Yeah, I mean,
his own apartment.
Yeah,
and shit.
he was enabled every step of the way. So one of those two guys.
Okay.
Ed Kemper's a fucking genius who
Extremely
maybe
smart.
with a little bit of push and assistance in the right direction could have done some other amazing things.
I think people get afraid to say that, like, Ed Kemper is almost an extremely likable guy.
He absolutely is.
And you feel bad saying it because he killed so many people, but he's a likable guy. You want him hanging out at your parties almost.
He seems fun to me.
Ian, what do you think?
I would say Jeffrey Dahmer. I think that he had no outlet to talk about his thoughts, what was going through his head. And then he was just basically he was completely ignored as a child. His parents were so self-involved with, fighting with each other that he was almost completely ignored. And then they got divorced and just left him at that house to just kind of be in this bubble of his own thoughts. I think maybe if he had somebody to talk to and got some help, maybe he wouldn't have gone down that path because he seems genuinely sorry for what he did.
If you watch those interviews with him, he seems just like a normal guy who couldn't process those kind of things going on in his head. I mean,
like he just couldn't control himself.
Yeah. I mean, mental health being what mental health care being what it is in this country, it's understandable.
Yeah, so I would say that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Dave, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Mint chocolate chip.
Mine too.
Yeah, mint chocolate chip.
We just went 3 for 3.
What?
Holy shit.
I mean, standard flavor. My favorite Ben & Jerry's, which really is all I buy, is
excuse me.
the Tonight Dough. It's the best.
But mint chocolate chip.
Yeah.
All 3 of us. Fuck. I didn't know that.
Fantastic. What's better than mint chocolate chip? Come on.
I haven't found it.
Nope.
I haven't found it.
I had this one locally here. I can't remember the name. Whatever that ice cream place is on the square. They had a habanero ice cream. It was really fucking good. But it was weird. It was like sweet, but then super hot at the same time.
Chill, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
That place is fucking amazing. They got some good ice cream there, man.
Yeah, it was like bright orange. It was a habanero one.
I love that place.
That sounds like it'd be fun. Would you have sex with your crush if you had to do it in a coffin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course we know Ian would. Guy fucking jumps in the coffin.
Well, hang on. Open or closed?
This was a listener submitted. It did not state.
Yes.
Did it matter, Dave?
No.
Okay. Same for me. If it's your crush,
Fears can be overridden.
Yeah. With boners.
Come on, Casey Anthony. We're getting in this coffin now.
Goddamn, pal. Ian, do you think the Nazis would have won World War II if their UFOs worked? This is a listener submitted question.
Those theories are out there. Yeah. I think that for real though, I want to do that sometime in 2021 is go down that whole path. We had it set up.
We've talked about that
That's
for a
what you
while.
said in the last wrap-up show last year.
I know. Well, we had it set up a couple months ago to do Maria Orsic, which is debated on if she was a real person or not. But then I'm like, well, that needs to be, you got to do that as a series. In my mind, like do her, Madame Blavatsky, and then the whole Nazis and the cult thing, because it all ties together. But
So it's like a month-long series.
yeah, it's going to be another one. It's a whole fucking month. Oh, shit.
Coming soon to Necronomipod in 2027. Let's do
I mean, I think that UFO would have helped them, though, to go back to that question. It definitely would have.
Probably.
If any of that shit was real.
They got their asses whooped. So.
Yeah, because they were Nazi pussies. Nothing would have helped them. Fuck them.
Damn. Well, UFO might have been a little scary.
Well, it might have been.
That might have. Anyways. All right, let's do a few rapid fires here. Not so much rapid fire, but not as long. What is your favorite and least favorite vegetable? These are fan questions.
Really?
Yes.
Least favorite lima beans, the most disgusting food on the planet Earth.
Well, they're not awful. They're not the best, but I don't mind them.
Disgusting.
I'll eat a lima bean. Chickpeas are worse than lima beans.
I love
They're
chickpeas.
fucking, like, what are they? Are they nuts? Are they vegetable? They're just so fucking hard, and you put them in a salad. Salad's all soft. It's supposed to be delicious. You got a fucking crunch, like a bone in your fucking salad. Get out of here, chickpeas. I got no time for you. No
Do you
time.
like hummus?
Yeah, like
Hummus is okay,
and
but hummus is not a
falafels
fucking
and-
bone. I will
There's
not
a
eat
lot of
falafel.
hatred for the chickpea.
Fucking hate chickpeas.
Pretty aggressive.
Yeah. You're
Still
never,
not my least favorite vegetable, though.
never going to
I don't
be
even know if it's a
vegan over
vegetable.
here with this guy.
Is a beet a vegetable?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like beets at
Oh,
all.
I love beets.
I do like beets. So, Dave, you said, I'm sorry, lima beans.
Lima beans are just like vomiting in your own mouth.
Ian says,
Favorite
Beets.
vegetable though?
well, we're going to get to that next.
Huh.
And then I think mine, I'm going to say sweet potatoes.
I mean, chickpeas is
I don't-
a legume.
Yeah,
So it's
I
not
don't
a
like
vegetable.
sweet potatoes. I think sweet potatoes suck. So I'm going with
Super
that.
specific.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I
It's a
wasn't saying
legume, right?
chickpeas. I'm saying sweet potatoes. Terrible. Like sweet
sweet
potato
potatoes.
fries. I tried to.
You have the worst taste in food.
I wanted
Who doesn't
to, like,
sweet potatoes.
They're like, it's a French fry, which is overrated, and now you sweeten it, which is the worst flavor in the world.
This guy.
It's so bad. Sweet potatoes are terrible. Favorite vegetable?
I like Brussels sprouts a lot.
I do too.
I like Brussels sprouts. I think I'm just gonna go with a potato though. Like I love mashed potatoes, so I think a potato is my favorite vegetable.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say Brussels sprouts.
I do love Brussels sprouts. I guess it depends what I'm eating it with because I love cucumbers too. Like just a straight up fresh cucumber. Like if I'm just picking out a platter. But Brussels sprouts are like roasted Brussels sprouts are the most delicious thing in the world. I think I'm going to go with Brussels sprouts then. Final answer.
Is a mushroom a vegetable?
It is a fungi.
Yeah, no.
Over here, he's like, no, Ian, that's in the fungi category, so that disqualifies your answer.
Isn't it? It's a fungus, right? And you two fucking Wendy's every other day. How is fucking potato French fries not your favorite vegetable?
I sub
The
it out. I
fuck
sub
outta
it out
here.
for chili. I get chili.
Bullshit.
Dude,
We've had this conversation. French fries are the most overrated food in the world. I do not like French. I like French fries. They're overrated. I will sub them out for chili
Okay,
every time.
fair enough.
so you get a Wendy's triple and sub it out. Sub out the fries with chili.
Most of the time, yes. Most of the time, yeah. It's a lot of beef. It's a lot of beef in my diet. Ian, I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm getting a Wendy's triple, I'm not eating the sides. I'm just eating that triple, and then I'm hating my life and feeling bad for myself for the next 4 hours. I'm not like you getting that fucking Big Mac meal where I eat 600 pounds of food.
Oh, can I get that 7,000 calorie Big Mac box, please?
And then eats the whole thing.
2 Big Macs, 2 quarter pounders, 2 cheeseburgers, 25 McNuggets, 7 orders of fries.
I love how I said these were going to be like quick questions, and then they're not. People are going to
Yes.
love this episode.
Speaking of feeling like a piece of shit over eating food, I was introduced to Elf on the Shelf cereal.
What the fuck is
So
that?
Oh, man,
So
that
it's like
sounds bad.
these little green and red puffs, but they have like gold flakes in them. Like I don't know, like what's that liquor, like Goldschlager or whatever.
Oh, it's
awful.
so bad.
But then it's got marshmallows, like the little marshmallows that you get in the packets of hot chocolate.
Okay.
And it tastes like a straight up fucking sugar cookie. It's amazing. I've just been pounding that every morning recently.
His new
It's a
favorite
look into my
cereal.
life. That and iced coffee and that first thing in the morning.
Oh man, I've recently become huge on, and I've liked them always, but I've been drinking a lot more as chai lattes. Love them.
Yeah, good.
So good.
All right.
Oh man. All right, a martini or a gin and tonic?
Martini.
Gin and tonic.
Ooh, a split. I love gin and tonics. I'm gonna go with the gin and tonic. Martinis are good. I don't hate on either, but I'm going with the gin and tonic. A cranberry vodka or a screwdriver?
Screwdriver.
I agree. I like a screwdriver.
Yeah, I'll say screwdriver.
Screwdriver is one of my favorite drinks in the world. The problem is I can't drink them because I drink like 15 of them, and then it's like the end of the day, and it's like noon.
If you drink those out of your dead friend Philip's head, it's a Philip's head screwdriver.
It's true. It's very true. What are your guys' thoughts on eggnog? I love it. I love eggnog.
I don't love it. I don't know.
But you're not grossed out by it.
A couple drinks. You can't drink more than a half a glass, though.
I usually get like a half a carton every year. Drink that.
What's in that? I don't even know.
I don't know, thick eggs and nog.
What's nog?
I don't know. It's from God. I don't know. They just gives it to me and I drink it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Do you put like you put Maker's Mark in it or anything like that?
So I actually don't. Eggnog's one of my innocent drinks. Like I'll drink it just non-alcoholic.
with no booze in it?
Oh yeah, I'll just drink it
definitely
fine.
not.
I'll just drink it plain.
Oh.
I've never had alcoholic eggnog because it's like one of the few drinks that hasn't been corrupt for me yet. Like every other, like I drink orange juice now in the morning and I'm like, well, fuck, there's no vodka on this. Like I have nothing left to drink besides water. So I need something to keep me pure and innocent.
Interesting.
That's my eggnog. I also love, and I know, Dave, you hate it. I love spicy V8 tomato juice, vegetable juice.
Disgusting.
Love vegetable juice.
Yeah,
Love
so
it.
do I like tomato juice
Yes.
or whatever.
I love Bloody Marys too. So that's one I will cross over. Bloody Marys are the shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Angie does eggnog with Makers in it.
I heard it's delicious. I've just never tried it. It's my
Rum, right? Don't you usually put rum in eggnog?
well, I think rum. You can do. I think you can do all of it.
It's not my thing.
What's your favorite cheese?
Where are
Questions.
these questions from?
Questions coming, man. People want to know.
Very strange. I like blue cheese and I like a dill Havarti.
Damn, fancy.
I guess I would go with that.
Okay. If I'm doing a sandwich, I like Swiss. If I'm just picking it like at a platter, give me pepper jack.
Fair enough.
A little bite. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I would say blue cheese is probably my favorite.
That's the best.
If I'm making a sandwich, so I'm just going straight up like
Oh, I love
that
Swiss
shit,
cheese.
like
on
the
my
Kraft,
sandwich.
no, like the Kraft single.
Yeah,
That comes
that's
with,
not
like,
cheese.
The little wrapper.
Yeah, that's not cheese.
A good piece of Swiss cheese on like turkey is a delicious sandwich. All right, here's a good one for the show. You're stuck on a desert island with one person and one object that are both related to a show we have previously covered. What is your answer? And I think I sent this to you guys ahead of time, and I have not thought of an answer myself.
No, I didn't think of that at all.
So
Did I send this to you guys, though?
I think you did.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with Jodi Arias and the Toy Box Killers containment trailer.
That's a good answer. Goddamn. Oh man.
I have an answer while
No,
Ian's
I wanna take
thinking.
Jody
I have an
with
answer
me.
while Ian's thinking. And I did think of this one earlier. I want me and Santa Bill and all of Ian's notes. And I'm going to question him until he admits that he killed John Benet Ramsey.
That's funny. My initial thought was Annalise and the Ouija board. I thought that would be a lot of fun. So I'm like, wait a minute. We talked about Jodi Arias. I'm thinking Jodi Arias.
Ian, you got anything?
Oh fuck.
See, this is what happens when Ian doesn't read notes.
He's like, I like the Jim Jones and you know, the Kool-Aid, and we could kill each other and stuff. We could be in heaven together, me and Jim Jones.
I don't know. I guess I would take
Flavor Aid, me and Jim Jones and the Flavor Aid. It's a tough one.
Am I allowed to bring someone back from the dead?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I brought
for
Santa Bill back.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did die.
Yeah, fuck him. He's dead. He deserves to die because he killed John Benet.
Hopefully his
solved that.
family doesn't listen to that.
We solved that case.
We solved that one.
I'll bring J. Allen Hynek back to life. I can talk about UFOs with him.
All right.
That's bold.
What's your object? Yeah.
I don't know. I'll I guess take a Ouija board with me to fuck around with.
There you go. He's in the
Pass
time of his life.
Try to summon some demons with J. Allen Hynek.
All right. If you could learn the truth behind one true crime story, conspiracy theory, or paranormal story, what would it be? The one truth, Ian, Dave, you got to ask and find out the truth behind, what would it be?
Is this like the solving the case one?
You like the one you sent earlier, Ian?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's the same one. Like if you could learn the truth behind one thing,
Okay.
like solving a case, an alien thing,
Anything in the entirety of human history.
you could know the truth behind it. Dave, you can finally learn the truth behind the Bible, which I know you're dying to learn. Bible Babble with your pal Dave. Patreon.com/Necronomipod. Starting January 2021.
I mean, I think I would like to learn the story of Jesus. That's what I would pick.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
To know the true story.
Absolutely.
What happened?
Yep.
When 6 strangers picked to live in a house, people stop being polite and start being real. It was the real world intro, Ian. That was the real world.
I know. I was confused what I had to do with Jesus.
There's apostles and stuff. Put them in a house.
I was going to say Dyatlov Pass, but I'm going with Jesus.
All right.
Dyatlov would be a good one.
That would be a really good one to know.
I don't know. I don't think we talked about this on our Jonestown series. I think I was saving it for like a follow-up bonus one.
Maybe you should save it for your promised land.
Yeah, whenever that happens. But
Oh, God damn. You said it, not me. I don't want those questions coming.
I would want to know how that fucking tape got there that was recorded the day after. So there was one audio cassette that didn't look any different than anything else. Any of the other tapes, there hundreds of tapes were found there. But this one was recorded. It had news broadcasts of what happened in Jonestown. Like it was saying like, oh, there's rumors of a mass suicide and stuff like that. And you can hear a few people in the background, but it's a complete mystery as to why or how that tape got there and who recorded it, because everybody was supposed to be dead.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Big speculation on that.
Damn.
What's the speculation?
Well, there's
Tune into Promised Land and find out, Dave. Don't give that shit away for free.
There's just there's some theories on how it got there. That some people think some of the background noise, like some people say it sounds like a Coke machine, like you can hear a bottle coming out of a vending machine. And in Port Kaituma, there was a Coke machine there, but then someone else debunked it as like the glass bottles had been phased out by that, or started to phase out by that point. So it's weird. And there's a woman's voice on it that to me sure as fuck sounds like Maria Katsaris, which is one of Jones's, mistresses. And she was running the show at that point, but she should have been, according to the official story, she should have been dead at that time. So it's interesting.
That is interesting. This one, all right. So
Are you going to answer that?
yeah, fuck if I know, man.
He's like, nope.
No, because I'm more excited for this next question, and I want to know Ian's answer for this one. What is one story or sighting or occurrence that if you learned, Ian, it was not true, you would be devastated by? Some kind of conspiracy or story where if you found out, yeah, that never even actually happened, you would be like, that fucking sucks. And Dave, for you too. This is for both of you, but you don't have to, but
I guess if I found out that the Skinwalker Ranch stuff was all fake.
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, that would be a big bummer.
Yeah. That one just seems so, like there's been so many people involved, so many big name people with so much evidence that if that just turned out to be just all fake, it would fucking suck.
I think everything's fake. I don't really care. I don't have an answer. I don't believe anything.
I guess the Travis Walton one too, Fire in the Sky, that would be a really, really
It's
big
a good
bummer.
one.
We
yeah.
did all agree that one we thought might be real.
But if, he came out and said he lied, I'm like, all right. I don't care.
All right. Fuck, marry, kill. 90s TV stars from sitcoms. F, marry, kill. Elaine Bennis, Monica Geller, Peggy Bundy.
Monica, that's Friends, right?
Yes. Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld, Monica Geller from Friends, Peggy Bundy from Married with Children.
Is Monica Courtney Cox?
It's their TV characters. So, yes.
I understand that. But is that Courtney Cox?
Oh, you're asking for the show?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have to marry them as their character?
Yeah, this one is based on their characters.
Who was the first one again?
Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld, Monica Geller from Friends, and Peggy Bundy from Married with Children.
I kill Monica Geller, F Peg Bundy, and Mary Elaine Bennis. Final answer.
I would kill Peg Bundy, F Elaine, and marry Monica.
Wow, we're going to go 3 for 3 different. I'd also F Peggy, or kill Peggy, I'm sorry, F Monica, and marry Elaine. Good one, guys.
Really good.
Same shows, same TV shows, men. F, marry, kill. George Costanza, Joey Tribbiani, Al Bundy.
That's so stupid.
F, marry, kill, man.
Kill George, F Joey, and marry Al Bundy. Guy played high school football. He's a champion.
Okay.
Kill George, F Al Bundy, and marry Joey.
This is a tough one.
Al Bundy's one of the greatest sitcom characters in history.
Yeah, but he hated everybody. Like, he's not going to be a good husband.
Fantastic.
He's not going to be a good husband.
He would for me. We can hate everyone together.
I think I'm marrying Joey. Eat sandwiches all day? I don't know who you fuck between George and Al. That's just bad. I'm fucking George and I'm killing Al.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I had to figure that. I had to work that one out as I was going through it. I wrote the damn question. All right. We'll come back to some more F, marry, kills. What type of person were you in high school? Were you a nerd? Were you a jock? Were you a studious person? Were you a rule breaker? Were you a pothead? This was a listener question. What type of person were each of us in high school? Spoiler alert, none of us were jocks.
Yeah, no. I was a rule breaker for sure.
Yeah?
And that's one of the reasons I was really getting fired up with the West Memphis 3 thing. And when I know I'm going to have to keep an open mind with facts and stuff because I really relate with Damien Eccles. I was skin tight black pants, painted my fingernails black, all that stuff, long black hair. So when you watch those documentaries and you see him getting grilled on the stand and they're like talking about heavy metal music and black fingernail polish equates to being capable of murdering somebody, it's like, well, fuck, they would have just put me, fucking killed me right away back in the day.
Goddamn.
So, yeah.
So you identify yourself as the rule breaker.
Yes.
Goth rule breaker. Dave, what about you? I was a rule follower, and I say that in the sense of like, I wasn't a nerd because I wasn't like a bookworm. Like I didn't study a lot. I also think, and I've said this a bunch before, we both went to an all guys school.
We did.
I think that changes the norms of school a lot of ways, because my experience was very much more, and it wasn't exactly this way, but it was almost more like everyone kind of got along. Like you had jocks, you had nerds, you had geeks, you had just quiet kids, you had goths, you had potheads, you had like the musicians. But it wasn't like people were fighting. There wasn't cliques. No. It was just kind of like, it was all just dudes. It was almost like fraternity-esque. Not a fraternity. It's a bad term because it's not like we were all like a brotherhood or anything. No. But like there wasn't as cliquey as it is, I think, in like a public school or a co-ed school. I would define myself as just like a rule follower, the opposite of Ian, because I was just like the good kid. I didn't drink. I wasn't smoking doobies out back by the dumpsters. I wasn't, I was just a good kid. I followed the rules, and then I went home. I ran track. I ran cross country, and then I went home and I worked my minimum wage job at a convenient food mart, stocking shelves. That was it. I was just, I don't know, a rule follower, I guess.
I did smoke doobies out back, Mike.
But we still probably would have got along because it was just an all dude school.
I don't know. I guess stoner metalhead. Not really though.
I think that's a good description though. Like stoner metalhead.
I like weed and drinking and metal
and metal music but having a good time.
I like to read too. Like I'm not, I'm just me.
I did not like
to
read,
man.
When I was in high school, I did not like to read. Now I love it. It's my favorite thing. I did not like it in high school.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I think that's the other thing that I got West Memphis 3 on the brain, but I related to Damien because I went to high school in a really small town. So obviously I stood out like a sore thumb. So all those guys with
you still do
their Carhartts, their real tree jackets and stuff got called homophobic slurs by those type of people a lot.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. But I also fucked around a ton in high school. Like I barely graduated high school because I just did not give a fuck.
That was my thing. Like looking back, I wish I would have taken advantage more of school. I didn't. I hated being there. I didn't want to learn. It just especially in college, I had all these history classes available to me. I took them and then I just fucked around. I went through the motions.
Same thing. Yeah.
I wish I would have taken advantage and just learned as much as I could have. I don't know. A lot of people, I think, make that mistake.
I don't enjoy school. I just don't.
Right. I want to read on my own terms.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to take a test or worry about studying or you're going to judge me. Just let me fucking learn on my own. But that's one of my biggest regrets is I didn't take advantage of my college as I should have.
My senior year, I was in some freshman classes my senior year. And there was a couple of teachers that were just so fucking sick of me. They were like, all right, well, we're just going to pass you. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
We're done with you.
If it was math, I'm probably on that same boat. I mean, I wasn't in freshman classes, but when it comes to math, I'm so bad at numbers. I know, Dave, that's your strong suit. Like you're good at that shit.
Yeah.
I am not good at numbers. That's when my brain, as soon as you start talking numbers with me, my brain shuts off.
The whole thing about teachers with math class back then is like, you got to learn this stuff because you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket your whole life. Well, it turns out, dumbass, that I am going to have such a thing in my pocket my whole life. So,
motherfuckers.
Your foresight is not that great, teacher.
Did you have Urbis?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did too.
Oh, yeah.
He was the wrestling coach. He was fucking awesome.
Like, I know more math than you, probably.
Yeah. It's crazy at this point. Well, he's retired since. He was a great coach.
I will say too, my junior year of high school was half my sophomore year through my junior year was awesome because, well, it sucked because I got in a really bad car accident and I was in a wheelchair for a lot of that time. But I didn't have to go to school anymore. I got to do it from home.
Nice.
And I had the teacher that he was one of the college professors for Franciscan University down there, I think it was. But he would come over and he would just give me books on like World War II and other stuff that I was interested in, and I didn't do any of my normal schoolwork. And he just gave me the good grades for like what he was quote unquote supposed to be teaching me. But we just did whatever he wanted to do. I'm like, and stuff that I was actually interested in. So that was cool.
Here's a question.
And then I had to go back to normal school and it was fucking
they just
super lame.
Yeah, they just teach to take tests these days. They teach, half the year geared towards passing these proficiency
it's not the
tests.
teacher's
You don't
fault.
learn anything.
It's not the teacher's fault.
It's not. It's the standards. You're not really learning anything. You're learning how to take tests.
Which is just so unfair because, like, I know, Dave, we've had this conversation. You're a good test taker. I'm not a good test taker. So it's just not fair when you're teaching just to take tests.
It's not at all. Like, I don't need to know anything about the subject, but I can pass your test because of how the questions are worded.
Right. Is there something interfering with your happiness? Something keeping you from achieving your 2020 goals? Let's face it, these are certainly trying times. From being cooped up inside your home to wondering how you're going to pay next month's bills, we're all experiencing some form of stress or strain on our mental health. And for that, BetterHelp is here for us. BetterHelp is an online mental health provider that will assess your needs and match you up with your own licensed professional therapist. The best part? No waiting rooms. That's a pretty big deal if you're as impatient as I am. BetterHelp is a safe and private online environment that will have you communicating with a counselor within the first 24 hours. And once you've begun, you can send your counselor a message at any time, always getting a helpful response in a timely manner. You even have the ability to schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all from the comfort of your very own couch. BetterHelp is available worldwide and has a broad range of expertise available, including licensed professional counselors who specialize in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflict, LGBT matters, grief, and self-esteem. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they're currently recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. Not happy with your counselor? No worries. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches and makes it easy and free to change counselors if needed. Remember, everything you share with your BetterHelp counselor is completely confidential. And while it's not a crisis line, it is a convenient, professional, and affordable way to seek the help you deserve. Financial aid is even offered to those who qualify. Want to hear how BetterHelp assisted people just like you? Check out the testimonials posted daily on their site. Look, we here at Necronomipod want you to start living a happier life. So, as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/necro. Join over 1 million people already taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/necro. All right, here's one for Ian. How long are our shows before editing, and who causes the most edits?
What do we do? Like 2 hours? We used to go longer. We used to do 3, but I think it's like 2 altogether now. And then it gets chopped down to like an hour and 15 minutes or so. And I would say that it's either Mike, your bathroom breaks, or Dave saying something inappropriate, and then immediately after saying, it's like, nope, gotta cut that.
That's true. That happens.
So my thought was exactly the same, but then I also added in that it's the other edits are Ian like not being able to pronounce a name.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
It's true too.
We all have our things.
That's the worst part of editing, actually, is when I started doing that shit. And I'm like,
because then you got to hear it back, and you're like, fuck me.
yeah.
If you could interview one serial killer or cult leader, who would you choose? This is for both of you and me as well. This is all time. You can go back dead, resurrect them.
I can go back dead.
You can do Jesus, Dave.
Jesus was not a serial killer, Mike. It's a very
He's a
offensive
cult
for you to
leader.
say that.
He's a cult leader, Dave.
It's true. He was a cult leader.
Boom, roasted.
We haven't covered him yet, but I would like to. I think it would be fun to interview Charles Manson.
He was a character. Ian, I can't believe you didn't say Jim Jones.
I don't know. I feel like it's too predictable.
He'd just do his little fucking charismatic.
No,
bit.
I mean too predictable for an answer from me. I mix it up a bit.
Well, but it's just the answer of what. It's just your answer, man.
I don't even have a good answer for this one.
Casey Anthony. Well, she's not a serial killer, I guess. That's all right. You don't have to have an answer for all of them.
Yeah,
I have not answered like the last 10 questions.
I have no idea.
That's why I like asking them, because I
don't want to talk to serial killers.
Okay.
Zero.
Here's a good one for you, Dave. I'm directing this one straight to you.
Okay.
What's the best album of 2020? Ian, that's coming to you as well. So, best album of 2020.
My top album of 2020 is RTJ4 from Run the Jewels, which is fantastic. That's my number one.
All right. Best album of the year.
Best album of the year.
It's tough, man. There's a lot of good stuff that came out this year.
I got a lot of runner-ups, too, we can go through.
Go ahead. Go through a couple of them while Ian's singing.
Slow Decay, Acacia Strain, I thought was really good. Obviously, Megan Thee Stallion's Good News album was pretty good. Kid Cudi's new one's really good. Right, Ian? Man on the Moon 3.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a big fan of Flo Millie's Ho, Why Is You Here? Excellent album.
Why is you here?
I just saw Pig Destroyer had a new EP out. I had no idea, so I listened to that today. It's pretty good.
Yeah, nice.
So those are my highlights of the year.
All right.
The Fiona Apple album was pretty good this year too. The new one. That's all I got.
I'll rattle off a few because I can't say the best one.
Give us your top three, Ian.
Yeah, I'll throw out
in
ones
no
I listen
order
to the most. So I listened to a ton of Bloodbather's new one called Silence. You're gonna have some thoughts on this, Mike, but I listened to a bunch of Poppy.
Our friend Ed from Pod Van Dam's gonna fucking love that.
Shout out to Ed. But I like Poppy's new album that came out earlier this year.
Oh, I don't think he loves the new Poppy. So you guys might
he doesn't like the metal version of Poppy?
I don't think he likes that. We'll see what he has to say.
I like metal Poppy. Kid Cudi's new album's awesome. Acacia Strain's new one was really good.
Deftones, I almost forgot.
Yeah, Deftones was really good. Yeah, that's about it. I really, really like that Bloodbather one though. That one's really good. I listened to that a ton.
So they have
Bring Me the Horizon's new one was really good too.
What do you got, Mike? Like any new Toby Keith or something good this year? What do you got?
Actually, Dave, I thought you had a story about the last live concert you had been to and a situation at a drive-thru.
I will say that one of the downfalls of 2020 is no new music. Or not no new music.
Live.
No live music. So I don't think we've been to a live show since... I think the last live show was in November of 2019 was when Tool came to town.
I think so.
And you and I went with our friend Jared from Just Brew. And I was going to mention that on the way home, we stopped at Taco Bell and got a rather large order. And our friend Jared ordered a Mexican pizza. And we're like, yeah, no, friends don't let friends order Mexican pizzas at Taco Bell.
Who the fuck orders Mexican pizzas at Taco Bell? You don't fucking do that. It's not
I didn't know they even sold anything.
They
Exactly.
don't. They discontinued it fairly shortly after that.
They literally put it on its knees, shot it in the head, and put it out of its misery because no one fucking ordered that. We had to teach Just Brew Coffee a lesson that night. But I think the way he tells it is that we verbally assaulted him.
I think we probably did.
As he tried to order his Mexican pizza. And you and I are like, wow, ow,
Mexican pizza?
ow, it's Andre Chikatilo. I'll fuck you. He didn't love it. But we had to tell him, is you don't order a fucking Mexican pizza.
Not good. So we set him straight. But incidentally, I think that's the last show we saw live. I don't love it. I don't think I've gone over a year without a live show since I was, 10 or 11 years old. It's awful.
And 2020 was the first one?
Horrible.
Yeah, COVID fucked up our plans to go see the Deftones and Poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's rescheduled for 2021, so we'll see.
We'll try again next year.
Yeah.
All right, I have an F, Marry, Kill, 2 listener requests. And
Really?
we're gonna need our phones for this one, or at least I will. First one, though, this is a female one from one of our listeners. F, Marry, Kill, Becky Lynch, Aubrey Plaza, Kristen Stewart. Becky Lynch is a WWE superstar. Aubrey Plaza and Kristen Stewart actresses.
Kristen Stewart's the girl from Twilight, right?
Yes.
All right. Who was the other one?
Becky Lynch and Aubrey Plaza. Aubrey Plaza was on that show. Was it
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Okay. That's pretty easy for me, actually.
Go ahead.
So I marry Aubrey Plaza, F Becky Lynch, and kill Kristen Stewart.
I think I'm with you on that one. Definitely marrying Aubrey Plaza.
I agree with the marrying Aubrey Plaza, but I fucking love Kristen Stewart. I think I'm going to bang her and I'm going to kill Becky Lynch. If
Okay.
she doesn't kill
Fair
me
enough.
first, because she's a bad bitch, she might kill me. All right.
Well, and you'll be able to tell if Kristen Stewart's not liking when you're banging her because she's such a bad actress, she won't be able to fake it.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see about that. All right, we're going to have to Google this one because you guys might not have to. This is from our friend Ed from Pod Van Dam. F, Marry, Kill, Annie Cruz, Abella Danger, and AJ Applegate. And I'm going to have to Google some of these right now.
I know Bella Danger and I know Andy Cruz.
I know Annie Cruz.
AJ Applegate?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ed, you got me on that one. I don't know who that is. I'm pretty sure I'm marrying the Bella Danger, though.
Can you send me pictures of these people?
Yeah.
Hold on.
You got it, Ian, or you want me to send you pictures?
Yeah, send me pictures. Like, what's her name? Annie Cruz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm killing Andy Cruz. Sorry, Ed. Effing AJ Applegate, and I'm marrying a Bella Danger.
I want 8. Ian, you want me to send you photos?
Yeah.
Do you know any of them, Ian, or none of them?
I don't know the name. I don't know any of them.
And I just sent you 2. Their names are in it.
Marry Abdullah Danger, F. A.J. Applegate, and kill Annie Cruz.
So you and Dave agree.
Yeah.
I think I'm almost the same. I'm marrying A.J. Applegate because she's fucking thick and she's blonde. That's fantastic. I'll bang Abella Danger.
Sorry, Ed. We just killed your favorite.
God damn, the turd cutter on her is fantastic. And then I'm going to kill Annie Cruz. Final answer. Let's get to some other questions. Hell yeah. All right. If you could dine, this was a listener question. If you could dine with 3 deceased people, who would it be? And you should consider how they would get along with each other.
Why is that important?
That was just part of the question. I mean, I guess you don't want fighting at the table.
Oh, man.
It's a tough question, isn't it? I didn't think about this one ahead of time, and I should have.
These broad questions with millions of answers are just tough to come up with something.
Come up with something.
So I'm going to go with Amy Winehouse, Buddha, and Malcolm X. That's my final answer.
It's a hell of a dinner.
I thought it'd be interesting.
That'd be an all right dinner with me.
I do Art Bell,
Ooh, good one.
Tupac.
Jesus.
Trying to think of somebody that's like kind of important.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
And Jesus Christ.
Yeah, throw Jesus. Why not throw Jesus on there?
See? Told you.
That'd be a really interesting dinner.
Sure
Art Bell,
would.
Jesus, and Tupac.
What do you think Art Bell would say to Jesus? What is Art Bell's thoughts on
Son of
religion?
God, you're on the air.
Did Art Bell ever give his thoughts on religion?
He's a religious guy, I believe.
Seemed like it.
Yeah, I think he believed in God and all that.
You might have some
Son of
questions for
God,
Jesus. Excuse me, you're on the first caller line. This is reserved for the first callers. Click.
So your mother claimed to have been a virgin. Jesus. You're a carpenter. Can you explain this? You like to play with wood, but your mother did not.
You know who else claimed to be a virgin? Kind of like the Virgin Mary is Casey Anthony. I was doing a little bit of research.
Oh, yeah.
Getting
Not
ready
since,
for
not
this.
since the fucking 3rd grade.
She was visibly pregnant and tried to still claim that she was a virgin.
We'll save that for January's episode. More to come on that.
Yeah.
Dave, I have a little bit of a bone to pick.
Sure.
You had me watch The Newsroom after I finished The West Wing.
I did.
You want me to keep on that Aaron Sorkin train?
Correct.
It's fantastic,
I know.
obviously.
Obviously.
We're going to just talk in short, abbreviated sentences here. Olivia Munn is so much hotter than Olivia Wilde.
I would agree with that.
You picked the wrong Olivia when you did your little Blumpkin bit.
See, the Olivia Wilde bit just was like a throwaway actress at one of our first shows, and then it just kind of stuck and we had to go with it. But I completely agree
Truth
with
be
that.
told, Dave doesn't have a huge crush on Olivia Wilde.
not
Sorry
really.
to blow the load for everyone.
Yeah, not so much.
Olivia Munn is much hotter.
I would agree.
And in that show, she is fantastic.
I would absolutely agree.
Anyways, that was my only bit. The Newsroom is fantastic. It's, not even close.
No. Well, you know, it's close.
Maybe.
Olivia Wilde's nothing to sneeze at. Olivia Munn's a good-looking girl, though.
She is. I like her.
She stuffs all those hot dogs in her mouth. She goes up a couple points.
Here's a good one for you, Dave. Speaking of actresses, what's the best movie of 2020?
I think I'm a little behind in movie. Like, there wasn't a lot of releases, right? Like, the theaters
It
were
was a little slow.
closed
It was
all
a little
year. It was a
slow.
little slow. I tried to take stock.
If you have a list, we'll go with just a few. People want to know what Dave was watching. And Ian,
Well-
same for you. Just like a list of a few movies.
Some of my favorite movies from 2020. I just watched Run. I thought that was very good.
What is that one?
It's called Run.
Oh, it's the sequel.
movie.
It's the sequel to Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run! From that day on, if I was going somewhere, I was running.
What else did I watch? The Gentleman I thought was very good. I just watched Uncle Frank the other day on Amazon. I thought was very good.
These are all 2020 movies.
Yeah. Queen and Slim was an excellent movie in 2020.
So like you watch all the Academy Award winning nominations.
I tried
but
to
the
most
2020
years.
ones aren't until next year.
They'll,
Correct.
and I'm pretty behind. They'll be released probably in January, I think, right?
But they'll be nominated for when? February.
Right.
And they're not going to be released until January?
No, they're all released. Most
I
of them.
thought you just the nominations.
nominations won't be
okay, I'm sorry, I
released,
misunderstood. But have you seen any of the what you believe to be will be the nominated movies? Or do you not? You just don't
Not
even know?
many, honestly. The Trial of Chicago 7, I know, will probably be one of those, and it was all right.
That was good. I don't know if it's
good.
Academy
It wasn't
Award winning.
great. I don't think so.
We've talked about that. I was excited
Yeah.
for that movie. It was really good.
Yeah.
Is it the best
okay.
picture of the year? No.
Probably not.
Probably not. Borat 2 now. Best picture of the year, right? It's nice.
What else? I like that Old Guard movie with what's her name? It's draw a blank. Charlize Theron.
Oh,
It's really good.
she's good in everything.
The Host was good. There's a really good movie called Becky with Kevin James. If you haven't seen that,
Kevin James?
really good.
Really?
Yeah, it's excellent.
Okay.
So, yeah. But not a lot of stuff came out, though. I haven't been to a
So if
movie
you had to
theater
give people
in a
like
year.
3 movies to watch, because you just named a bunch, give your like 3 movies to watch.
I would say Run. I would say Uncle Frank and The Gentleman's another good one.
Run, Uncle Frank, and The Gentleman. Those are Dave's top 3 picks.
Gentleman's a Guy Ritchie movie. Very good.
All right, there it is. Ian, what do you think?
Did Parasite come out this year or last year?
Last year.
Yeah,
The Parasite's awesome.
Ian's like, well, I'm out.
Man, I love Parasite.
He's
so
like
good.
me, because I don't know a movie that came out this year.
motherfucker.
Parasite was great.
Yeah, I really like that.
The guy who steals every fucking movie in the world, he doesn't got nothing.
Oh, fuck, that movie came out last year too. I was gonna say Color Out of Space with Nicolas Cage, but that came out last year too. God damn.
What else? I like Greyhound. Tom Hanks is a was it a wasn't a battleship, like a sub destroyer.
Yeah.
It's really
I know the
good.
movie. I know of
Captain
it.
of a
I did not see it.
sub-destroyer.
Funny you say Tom Hanks.
was
You might
good.
lead into our next
That
question.
was good.
Ian, you're not on like the there's no gun pointed at you. You don't have to answer.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Okay.
I can't think of one. All the movies I keep thinking of came out last year.
Well, here's a
Slow
question.
year.
Well, then, Ian, you're forced to answer this next question first. And I
Boom.
think I know exactly how you're going to answer. Fuck, marry, kill, the Tom version. Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Tom Hardy.
It's a lot of Toms.
What's the Tom version?
Tom Hardy's
Bane.
Bane, right?
He's a good-looking motherfucker. Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah, I'm marrying Tom Hardy. Who is it?
Tom Hanks and Tom Cruise.
I'm basing this off looks. Tom Cruise and
Motherfucker.
killed Tom Hanks.
What the fuck?
Oh, Mike loves Tom Hanks. That's
You're
a party.
killing
It's a
Tom
party
Hanks?
fall.
I'm talking about looks here. I'm basing it off looks.
Well, no, that's your mistake is that you married Tom Hardy. The problem is, here's what you should have done. You married Tom Hanks. You banged Tom Hardy and you fucking killed Tom Cruise.
That's how I go.
You're going to fucking bang a Scientologist, Ian?
I mean, he's a pretty handsome dude.
Yeah, but so is Tom Hardy. You could bang him too, and then you can marry Tom Hanks and have the greatest gentleman ever being your husband.
I'm with you on that one.
All right. I got to settle down.
He's
now.
disgusted with
I'm all
you, Ian.
upset. That was
See this
upset.
guy.
I was upset with that one.
Killed Tom Hanks. No one kills Tom Hanks on my show.
No, hey. Hollywood brunettes. This is female only, Dave. So Megan Fox, Jessica Alba, Natalie Portman. Fuck, marry, kill.
Megan Fox.
Jessica Alba, Natalie Portman.
This is any time frame I choose.
Sure. All of them at their peak.
Marry Megan Fox.
Okay.
F Jessica Alba and kill Natalie Portman. Yeah.
Okay. Ian?
I would marry Natalie Portman, F Megan Fox, and kill Jessica Alba.
We're going to go 3 for 3 on different.
Wow.
Because I'm marrying Jessica Alba because she is gorgeous and also worth the most. I'm banging Megan Fox because she's hot. And Natalie Portman has just never been attractive to me. I think she's ugly. She's got a bulbous big head. It's ugly.
I don't think that at all, but
I don't like Natalie Portman.
someone's got to get killed.
So we all just kind of went different on that one. Okay. Well, listeners, send us what you think. Let's find a good one to talk about. Something light. Are you guys aware of anything weird you've done as a child? Like just childhood habits, things you were into, things that you liked, people would like to know about? I got one.
I don't know.
I'll go first. I'll let you guys think about it. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but when I was a little kid, I was a big fan of professional wrestling. Usually The Ultimate Warrior was my favorite at that time.
Yeah.
So, we used to take like either the cover of the WWE magazines or like my action figures, and my parents would paint the Ultimate Warrior makeup on my face. Like they had like a little, paint set or whatever, put it on my face. They would also buy me, because he wore like tassels, neon shoelaces to wrap around like my arms and my legs. And I would run around the house as the Ultimate Warrior with face paint on and the fucking tassels. And I would body slam like my pro wrestling. They were called wrestling buddies. They were stuffed animals that they were wrestling. Yeah. So that's what I used to do as a kid. That was the Ultimate Warrior.
What wrestling buddy did you have?
We had Hulk.
He had his mom. If you remember, he jumped off the top rope and gave her the elbow.
It's true. That was a shoot though. That was not a work. That was a shoot. We had Hulk Hogan. We had Macho Man, and then we had We had two Hulk Hogans. We had a Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior. So we had 4 wrestling buddies in total. And I would fucking team up on. It was me versus all 4 of them. And guess what? I would go over. I'd win.
It's weird.
Fucking win. Power press all of them with my fucking tassels and my headband, my face makeup on. Yeah, I was really into it, man. That was me as a little kid.
Yeah, I had a Hulk Hogan one and a Macho Man one.
Yeah, Ian, that does not excuse you from what you did weird as a kid.
But
we all
I
did
wouldn't
something.
Consider that weird because I was like similar shit that I was up to.
I know. Well, it is a little odd. I mean, my parents were literally looking at stores for neon shoelaces because they could tie those around. Because I would only wear like orange, green, and yellow, like bright orange, the neon ones.
I can picture like your mom behind you with these shoelaces, deciding whether she wants to strangle you or tie the shoelaces around your arms.
For the record, I was like 5 years old. Also, I did this like last year. I would absolutely go as the Ultimate Warrior. Dave, come on. You nothing weird?
I'm thinking. That's a long time ago, bro. I don't know.
8 years ago. He turned 49 yesterday. All of a sudden, he can't remember anything.
I don't know. I mean, it's probably considered weird. I don't know. But after I got a hold of a UFO book, I think I was in like 3rd grade. I would just sit out. I would just like look out my bedroom window at night
and beat off looking at the sky.
I did as an 8-year-old or 6, 7. I was just jerking off to the sky.
Abduct me.
What's your noise, Dave?
Yeah, spoiler alert, I didn't have many friends back.
You and me both, Pally. You and me both. Dave, you don't have to answer. Hey, I've skipped out on most questions.
I don't know. I don't have. That was a long time ago. I don't have an answer.
What was the best TV show or docuseries of 2020?
The best TV show of 2020,
or a docuseries?
What does that mean? A docuseries?
Like a document series, like a mini series, document series.
Hands down, The Queen's Gambit is one of the best shows I've ever seen. So I would go Queen's Gambit for 2020.
Netflix original.
Very good show.
Ian, what do you think? You got an answer for that one?
I really liked the Murder on Middle Beach docuseries that was on HBO recently. It was really, really good.
See, Ian knew what a docuseries was, Dave. He had his answer down.
What?
I'm just busting balls. I'm just busting balls. I'm just being a dick.
The Nexium one was really good. The Vow and that Heaven's Gate one that just came out too was really good.
Heaven's Gate. Hey, everyone, keep that in mind. Might be revisited.
Interesting.
Per Ian's request. That's another shot at that one.
I'm calling all kind of shots recently.
Hey, Heaven's Gate was that was a long time ago. Well, maybe it'd be 2 years in the making.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're teasing enough. All right, you have 2 hours to live, and you get dinner and a movie. What's your dinner? What's your movie? I sent you guys this one ahead of time, I think.
Yeah, I guess I'm just going to eat a whole bunch of chicken wings and watch Evil Dead.
Hey, all right. I think it's all right.
That's
man.
good. I think I'm going to have a big giant bone-in ribeye with some sushi and a big glass of bourbon. I don't.
You have 2 hours, so like this isn't like a last meal. You can have a whole fucking bunch of bourbon.
I don't know what movie I'm going to watch though.
Your last movie. I'll tell you I'm gonna go Goodfellas, my favorite movie of all time. Mm-hmm. Also, it's 2.5 hours, so you got time. Mm-hmm. I'll probably do a ribeye. I don't know if I do sushi. I'd probably do a ribeye. I do pizza and a case of beer. And I would drink as much beer as I can, like just to get shit faced before I died. Ribeye and pizza. Those are my 2 favorites.
I might go with Casablanca. Classy way to go out.
There you go. Would you wear a tux or a suit?
I don't think I would wear
Sweatpants and a t-shirt and just fucking die happy and fat and live the life. All right.
What was that movie I told you about, Dave? Was it She Dies Tomorrow? About everybody like catching the thing that they were going to die tomorrow.
Yeah, that was weird. I watched that.
The next day you text me. You're like, all right, I watched your wacky movie last night.
That was different for sure. That was some serious avant-garde fucking, I don't know what filmmaking.
Yeah, it was an interesting movie.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, marry, kill. Dilfs and MILFs. First, we're going to go with Dilfs.
Dilfs.
Idris Elba, David Beckham, Matt Damon. Fuck, marry, kill. Idris Elba, David Beckham, Matt Damon.
Kill Matt Damon. F David Beckham, marry Idris Elba.
I would kill Matt Damon, F Idris Elba, and marry David Beckham.
I agree with Dave. I think I would kill Matt Damon, and that pains me because I love Matt Damon. But how are you just gonna not fuck David Beckham and then you
Idris
marry?
Elba's awesome.
You marry Idris Elba.
Oh, yeah,
Come
for
on,
sure.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah. All right, MILFs. Brooke Burke, Christy Brinkley, Kate Beckinsale.
Fuck, I gotta look all of them up.
Good Lord. Kill Christy Brinkley, marry F Brooke Burke, and marry Kate Beckinsale.
I gotta look.
Who was the first one?
Brooke Burke.
Oh, hold on.
Did people come up with these?
This was a listener submitted. All right, Dave, who'd you kill?
Christy Brinkley. She's like 85 years old.
All right, I got this one. Who else is there?
Brooke Burke, Christy Brinkley, Kate Beckinsale. Kate Beckinsale's a fucking smoke show. Like you marry
I'd make her wear those underworld fangs all day, though.
So you said you'd marry her.
Oh, yeah.
You'd bang who?
Brooke Burke.
And you kill Christy?
Oh, yeah.
I agree. I agree with Dave.
Christy, who? What was her last name? Wait.
God damn, pal, you're burying this chick. Christy Brinkley.
She's an uptown girl. She's been living in the uptown world.
Okay, so yeah, kill Christy Brinkley, F Brooke Burke, and marry Kate Beckinsale.
That's a sweep. That's a clean sweep, folks. Clean sweep. All right, let's do threesomes. This was a popular
Like the
question.
3 of us?
This was a popular question. This was a very popular question from our friend on Discord and patron Henry.
Okay.
He wants to know all of your threesomes.
Okay.
He wants to know your traditional man-woman threesome, your threesome with 2 women, and your threesome with 2 men. So think about your threesomes, gentlemen. So I'm going to say off the top, I'll go first because I had time. I didn't send this one to you guys ahead of time. Off the top, for me, it'd just be hot to have a threesome if my 2 women were Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. 2 biggest stars of my day back in the time. If I can have them both at one time, give me both of them. That's what I want for my 2 female. For my 1 male, 1 female, I was thinking about this one.
Were you?
And I got a big crush on Shawn Johnson. She's the old Olympic gymnast from like 20 years ago.
Okay.
Fucking smoking hot. Her husband, good looking like model dude, football player. So I've decided I would invite myself into their marital bed. And I would have a threesome with the 2 of them. And if they decided just to bang, then I guess I would just watch and just get myself off. But either way, I'm going to invite myself to their marital bed.
So you'd be like this weird kind of reverse cuck thing, like.
Yeah, I guess so. Thank you, Ian, for that. for making me feel worse about this. I'm a reverse
He's a
cuck.
cuck wannabe who gets cucked trying to be cucking someone.
I'm just like a cuck watching a man and wife fuck.
He's like, yeah, I'm here to cuck you. And the guy's like, yeah, I don't think so, pal.
I'm making my wife. You can watch, though. And then I don't have my 3 male person yet. But I gave you guys answers, so it's your turn. You with 2 females, you with a man and a woman, and you with 3 males.
I think 2 males, I would go with Clooney and Brad Pitt.
Okay.
I think it's just run like Ocean's 11 witty lines on me the whole time.
As they like
That'd be
train
fun.
you.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I think I'm actually going to go with McConaughey and Jason Statham. Okay. I think they're good looking guys. I want Matthew McConaughey, Jason Statham. Statham can like whoop my ass, and McConaughey can be like the comic relief.
The comic.
I mean, girls, I'm taking Megan the Stallion and Megan Good for sure.
There you go. Can you even, Dave? You couldn't even keep up with that.
No,
you couldn't
no.
even keep up with that.
No,
you'd be done. They'd just be fucking each other.
Get out of here, doofus! Who invited you in here?
Go in the corner and just watch, Pally. All right, so you had your man-woman. You had your 2 men with Clooney and Pitt. You had your Megan Good, Megan Thee Stallion. You need your man-woman, and Ian needs all 3.
So 2 guys, I would take. What's Captain America's name? Chris Evans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take Chris Evans and Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. Wow. You're like I'm young.
He's like my age, right?
I don't know, pal. I don't know how the fuck old he is. I don't want to know. We'll just move on. All right, so your man-woman.
Young. 2 women. I would take Doja Cat and Cardi B because they just popped in my head.
That's not bad there.
Who the fuck is Doja Cat? Is that like a female hip hop artist?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Doja Cat too.
And Cardi B?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
you're also getting shunned to the corner of the bedroom, just like Dave.
I was team Nicki. I was team Nicki Minaj until the WAP video came out, and then I was team Cardi B after that.
Yeah. Man and woman. I don't know.
That's a tough one.
You both have to give me an answer.
I'm going to go with Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde because I could do my Blumpkin material.
They split up.
So
though.
what? They're irrelevant.
But can you handle the animosity?
Yeah, that'll make it even more fun.
Will it though?
So we're like, look, Jason, I'm giving Dave Namapod a Blumpkin, not you. He's like, yeah, but
okay, but then what happens?
I mean, your asshole, Olivia. So,
all right, hey, it's your fantasy, pal.
That's what I'm going with.
I would just do process of elimination with my other 2, and I would take Chris Evans and Cardi B.
All right,
all right, there you go. You swipe your nose like a credit card. Hit that little dangly thing in the back of her throat.
Well, see, the pressure wouldn't be on him at this point because it'd be on Chris Evans, right? Like it's not just him now.
It's true.
All right, get rid of one of these forever. This is the game we're going to play.
Okay.
Listener submitted. Don't blame this on me.
Okay.
Get rid of one forever. Eggs, bacon, cereal, toast.
Toast. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Cereal.
I agree, cereal.
I don't care about cereal.
Give me eggs and bacon and toast. That's
For sure. Why is Ian hate toast?
I mean, it's just the worst thing on that.
Wow. Damn. I didn't realize he was so against toast.
I'm just thinking, like, I'm not getting rid of eggs and bacon.
Yeah,
I'm not getting rid of my Elf on the Shelf cereal.
So he's got that newfound love for that fucking gold cereal.
Elf on the Shelf cereal.
Get rid of one. Hot dogs, hamburgers, pizza, French fries.
Oh, shit.
French fries.
Yeah, French fries for me. No, not even question asked.
I get rid of hot dogs.
God damn, Dave. What the fuck?
Fuck it.
All right, this one was only 3 of them, so we'll just make the most of it. Get rid of one. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween.
Christmas. It's a fake holiday anyway.
See, my thought was get rid of Thanksgiving because you can combine Thanksgiving and Christmas and just still make it a good holiday. Like you still have turkey, mashed potatoes, presents, the lights. Like you can just still make it a good.
Thanksgiving is my favorite day of the year. I'm going to keep it.
But it's a great day. But you could still mix it with Christmas and still have the same meal, still have the same vibe.
All right.
That's my thought.
Yeah, I get rid of Thanksgiving.
Okay. Last one. Get rid of one forever. Hearing, sight, smell, or taste.
Smell.
Agreed.
Yeah, smell.
Who needs to fucking smell
Not
things?
me.
I don't.
Make it a little harder. Get rid of either hearing or sight.
Hearing.
I think so too. I'd get rid of hearing over sight.
I'd get rid of sight.
What?
Really?
If I couldn't, I have to listen to music. I would.
Wow.
It would be terrible not to listen to music, or let's just listen to
I
anything.
would not enjoy being blind.
All right, let's get to the last couple questions here. We've been going for a long time. Dave, what is a subject we have not yet covered, and this is for you too, Ian, that you most want to cover? Something we haven't done yet, or maybe even something we haven't talked about yet that you would like to cover. And I'm going to change it to that. Something we haven't, we know we're going to do Casey Anthony. We're going to do West Memphis 3.
Right,
we'll do Israel
right.
Keys, Leonard Lake. We're going to do all that. What is something you want to cover that we haven't done yet? For both of you.
I think I would like to do the Hometown Hero show about those melon heads in Kirtland.
Really?
I think that'd be fun.
That might be a
That's
good
a good
bonus
story,
show.
isn't it, Ian? Isn't that where they're at? Kirtland, the melon heads?
Yeah, like out in towards Chardon, that whole area.
Like, that's a wild story. Big, like, it's like fucking Hills Have Eyes stuff. Those melon heads out in the woods. Melon heads, Mike. I want to talk about the melon heads.
Let's talk about Melonhead. You want to talk about Melonheads right now? You want to do some research first?
I'd like Ian to do some research and tell me about it, all about it.
There was this thing. There I was like reading, looking up different ideas, and there was this guy named Granger Taylor. I'd never heard of it before. It was back in the 80s, and this guy was like extremely smart. And he just randomly left one day, and he was like telling all these people he would be back in 3.5 years, and that he was gonna go like with aliens and stuff, like really bizarre. Like he was just gonna go travel the universe and stuff, and he would be back in 3.5 years, and he just fucking disappeared. And it's like this whole mystery about what happened to this guy. So
That's
I
wild.
think that would be an interesting one to dive into. It might be, I don't know if it's long enough for a Sunday one or not, but
Well, it gives people a reason to sign up for Patreon.
yeah.
What more reason do they need? It's the greatest deal in town.
All right, last few questions here. I've had a few of these for a while now, so I'm going to get them off my chest. That's what she said. 90s pop stars, fuck, marry, kill. Shania Twain, Jewel, Sheryl Crow.
None of that's great.
No.
You guys are insane.
Who was the last one?
Shania Twain, Jewel, Sheryl Crow.
I guess Mary Joel.
You could put them in any 3 slots, and I don't really.
Shania Twain.
Shania Twain and kill Sheryl Crow.
I would flip Ian's. Shania Twain's the hottest of the 3.
I'd kill Shania Twain.
Get out of here.
I would F Jewel and marry Sheryl Crow.
Okay. I guess that's a 3 for 3 mix up on that one. Going again with 90s pop stars. Men, Ricky Martin, Nick Carter, Joey Fatone. Nick Carter of Backstreet Boys, Joey Fatone of NSYNC.
I want to live La Vida Loca. I'm going to marry Ricky Martin for sure.
Okay.
Who are the other 2?
Nick Carter and Joey Fatone.
F Joey Fatone, marry or kill Nick Carter?
Okay. I'll accept
And Nick
that.
Carter's kind of a douche, right? So I'd
Yeah,
kill
right.
him.
Is he? I thought his brother was a douche.
I think they're both douches.
Okay. Well, fuck him. Let's
At least
kill
in
him.
my mind, they are.
I'll kill him too.
Works for me.
Yeah, marry Ricky Martin for sure.
No, I'd marry Joey Fatone and I'd fuck Ricky Martin.
Okay.
Ricky Martin's a better looking dude. And Joey seems like he'd be a good time. I want to live with him.
Fair enough.
All right. All right, here's a good one for you, Dave. F, marry, kill. James Bond. Pierce Brosnan. Roger Moore. Sean Connery.
Kill Pierce Brosnan.
Have you seen him recently? I was sent a photo of him recently.
Couldn't tell it was him.
He is straight up salt and pepper, long hair with a big salt and pepper beard. He looks like almost like the Dos Equis guy. He's a good looking dude. I don't know.
Oh, for sure.
It got me thinking about Pierce Brosnan.
F Roger Moore, marry Sean Connery.
Okay. Ian, you got a thought on that? I don't have an answer for this.
I've never even seen any of the James Bond movies.
Jesus
So
Christ almighty.
I knew I was going to get disappointment from that.
Well, Ian, I've never seen one either because they're a waste of time. So we don't have time for that.
Oh, my goodness.
F, marry, kill hot blondes in Hollywood. We did brunettes earlier.
Sure.
Scarlett Johansson, Margot Robbie, Jennifer Lawrence.
The second one, what's her name?
Is it Margot? Margaret?
Margot Robbie?
Margot Robbie. Scarlett Johansson, Margot Robbie, Jennifer Lawrence.
Margot Robbie, she's the one that plays...
She's in the Joker, like the little...
Yeah, Harley Quinn.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would marry her 100%. Scarlett Johansson, and who was the other one?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, kill Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, I killed Jennifer Lawrence too. But Margot Robbie, marry Scarlett Johansson.
I'm with Dave. Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah. Me gusta. So we're all killing Jennifer Lawrence. Who's actually, she's pretty smoking hot.
Sure,
but
sure.
In this
Not
lineup,
in this round.
sorry, Pally. All right.
What's that movie? What's that Quentin Tarantino movie where, what's that called, where Margot Robbie plays Sharon Tate?
Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
She looked pretty good in that movie.
I got 2 F, Marry, kills left, like topics with men and women. Let's just end on those and we'll ride off in the sunset.
Sounds like a plan.
You guys good? 80s pop stars. F, Marry, kill. Madonna, Cyndi Lauper, Whitney Houston.
That's not great.
Oh, I marry Whitney Houston for sure. Kill Cyndi Lauper, F Madonna.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with Dave on that.
I think I'd kill Whitney Houston
The fuck out of here.
in a heartbeat.
Son of a bitch.
I don't like her.
Voice of an angel.
Probably F, Cyndi Lauper, and marry Madonna then, I guess.
Terrible.
All right,
If I
80s
remember
pop star.
correctly, you had some interesting thoughts on Whitney Houston, didn't you, Mike?
Well, we're not going to get into that right now.
I don't think interesting is the right word for it. Disgusting might be the right word for it.
Just saying her album sales rose simply because she's dead.
Oh my God.
Which is true. They did. They
Everyone's
rose.
does.
Well.
Doesn't mean she doesn't have the voice of an angel.
The Bodyguard is the only reason why she's popular.
That was
Categorically false.
80s pop stars male edition. Prince, George Michael, Lionel Richie. F, marry, kill.
It's ridiculous.
Guys, come on. We got to be fair here. Prince, George Michael, Lionel Richie.
Kill Lionel Richie, F George Michael, marry Prince.
Kill Lionel Richie, F George Michael, marry Prince. Okay.
I would flip George Michael and Prince, marry George Michael, kill or F Prince, and then kill Lionel Richie.
Why are we all killing Lionel Richie, though? Come on.
He's like 80.
Okay, Prince is dead.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know what the mindset is there with that. All right. Okay. I like Lionel Richie.
I mean, I don't have anything against it.
Yeah, the guy's all right.
Prince is the most successful, I guess. I don't know. I don't fucking like Prince. Killing him. I'm banging George Michael and I'm marrying Lionel Richie. Final answer. All right. Here we go. The last one, F, marry, kill.
Okay.
I built it up. It's not a big thing. It's a wrestling one, so it's not like it's a big thing. But it's a popular one. Pro wrestlers, F, marry, kill. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage. Fuck, marry, kill.
I kill Hogan because fuck that guy.
Really?
Mary Savage. Who's the last one?
Ultimate Warrior?
F the Ultimate Warrior.
It's a tough one because Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior are both pieces of shit in real life.
Yes, I agree. Here's my thing. Ultimate Warrior went on a world tour speaking ultra... I don't know if I want to say this all in the air. Fuck. Bloop, 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 bloop. Never mind. I'm going to marry Randy Savage. I'm going to fuck Hulk Hogan, and I'm going to kill Ultimate Warrior. If anyone wants to know why I'm killing Ultimate Warrior, DM me, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I think I'm the same with you on that. Yeah, definitely marry Macho Man.
Ooh, yeah. Uh-huh. All right, last one with the women. F, marry, kill. Sable, Sunny, Terry Runnels, also known as Marlena.
Now,
Jesus, I don't even know who these people are.
what time frame are we talking here? Are we talking 90s or are we talking
90s.
today?
Ian, in their prime, 90s.
All right, probably.
Who's the last person?
Terry Runnels.
Reynolds?
Runnels. Runnels. It's Goldust's wife.
Mary Sunny.
Okay.
Specifically, Sunny WrestleMania 14.
with the little fire bra
yeah, for sure. That was like game changer.
when she was with Legion of Doom,
6th grade or whatever.
Yeah, dude, this fucking smoke show.
Yeah. So yeah, marry Sunny, F Sable, and kill Terry.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree with that one.
I think I'm gonna marry Sable, F Sunny, and kill Terry. Although I fucking love Terry too. This is a tough one. I wish I didn't ask this. This is a stupid question. Fuck you, Mike. This is a bad question. This is too tough. All right. Well, goddamn, we've bullshitted for what?
It's a couple hours.
2 hours here. You guys got anything else you want to get off your chest? Anything else you want to talk about in the year 2020? This was a fucking year, man.
No, I did not love this year.
Not in my top 5.
Not my favorite. I was supposed to go on a Greek cruise this year. It got canceled. Fucking COVID.
Yeah, it's been a very intense year.
I mean, at the very least, we can all agree Chase Elliott won the NASCAR Cup Series championship. So that was a little bit of a bright spot in our year. So thank you, Chase Elliott, for that. We appreciate it.
Boosted my spirits.
It surely did mine. I was the drunkest I fucking got in 2020 was the year he won the championship. I gave up shots on New Year's Eve 2019, well, into 2020, because Homeboy did not contain himself too well.
No, he didn't.
So I gave up shots until Chase Elliott won the championship in November of this year. I did a couple shots. Anyways, point is, be responsible, folks.
Good advice. Good advice.
So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this show. I know we just kind of shot the shit. We didn't do a whole lot, but, you know, we just wanted to kind of answer some of your questions and, you know, be laid back and have a good time. Some of you like that stuff. Some of you don't.
If you don't like it, turn it off. Well,
Exactly.
we're already at the end of the show.
Well, I hope at this point they probably should have already. All right, let me get to some of the Patreon shout outs.
One shout out before we wrap up and get to Patreon and iTunes people. I mean, obviously, thank you everybody that's listened this year, because I mean, without people listening, it'd just be us hanging out talking to each other. But I wanted to give a specific shout out to the people that run the Facebook group for us, the Necronomipod one. Shout out to Mercedes, Amy Elizabeth, Kat, Steven, Jordan, Natasha, and Ryan. Those guys do a ton to get the word out about us. They've grown that group significantly. So
Awesome.
Shout out to you guys. Thank you for getting the word out there.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
There's a ton of people in that group. Those guys are awesome. You know who else loves that group? Ian's dad, frequent contributor.
Very much so. All right, we have that's a list of Patreon shout outs. First and foremost, we had a makeup. Thank you very much to Angela. She hit us up on Twitter, and apparently we forgot her a couple months ago, so we missed her in the lineup.
Fucking rude.
Angela, thank you very much. Thank you to new patrons, Marlissa Riley, Tom Nally, Derek McFadden, Glenn, Ashley Hall, Rachel Adams, Margaret Daly, UF Ollie, Brittany Hermosillo, Kimberly Williams, Fasil Mohammed, Michelle Dunn, Matthew Hamlet, Greg Lauder, Mercedes Costa, Misty Starkey, Winston Girthill, Laura, Amanda Watson, Ashley Novak, Andrew Parker, Chris Guerreri, Noor Threads, Josh Sinclair, Dakota Kitterly, and thank you to everyone else who recently upgraded from the $5 to $10 tier of Patreon, all to hear Dave's Bible Babble, which starts next month, January 2021. We are at patreon.com/Necronomipod. Thank you all very much. Ian, what do you got?
For iTunes, I have one for Lee Anna 76, Lety Jankamid 1979, GSX Caps Fan, Sad Girl Mora, Kate P30, Hades 2K16, Katasu, Kimberly AC, Manami, and Caleb GE. Thank you guys for the awesome reviews.
Dave, you got anything else?
No, just this massive pressure you guys have placed on me to do this Bible Babble show. I hope it comes out all right.
Me too. I hope it doesn't suck.
I mean, if it sucks, it's gonna suck.
You could literally, financially disable us. Like we could be out of business if Bible Babble sucks.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you very much for an awesome 2020. We have grown substantially, and we're just fucking three drunk guys just hanging out talking about shit that we like to talk about. So we really appreciate it. You guys have given us an awesome year. I hope you enjoyed this show. This was just kind of like a cool down episode for us, and just a chance to have a good time. So we will be dropping a Patreon episode next week, as we talked about the Black-Eyed Children. And then after that, we're going to dive right into the West Memphis 3 for a few weeks, and then Casey Anthony. So we appreciate all your guys' support. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at Necronomipod, patreon.com/Necronomipod. If you guys are looking or interested in any of our merch, it can be available at Necronomipod.com or Amazon.com and search Necronomipod. Thanks, guys, so much. Happy holidays.
All right, you guys ready for a cool down beer?
I'm ready to dive into Casey Anthony. Cheers.